So guys, welcome back to yet another video. We're coming to the end of FUTMAS now, but we do have two more FUTMAS cards coming into Ultimate Team. Tonight EA released a FUTMAS Shaqiri and a FUTMAS Arturo Vidal. In this video today, we're going to focus on Shaqiri, but if you want to see a review on that Vidal, let me know by leaving a like rating on this video and let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, like I said, today we're going to focus on Shaqiri, and the SBC to get this guy is actually really cheap. It's just an 82 rated squad with a Premier League item, so pretty cheap squad. So hopefully this card does at least perform to a decent standard, I guess. I'm not expecting too much from it because it's such a cheap item and it's not particularly very high rated, but nonetheless, hopefully it can be an effective item in game. This is the squad I'm going to be submitting, and pretty much everyone in this team is untradeable for me, so yeah, this SBC really isn't costing me that much. I wouldn't advise copying this though, just because, as I say, these players, some of them might have a bit of value right now, but to me, their value is 0. So I'm happy to submit this, and I'm happy to welcome 84 rated FUTMAS Shaqiri into the club. Hopefully, as I say, he's going to be an effective player for us. Hasn't got the best pace or shooting, so I think the chem style we're going to use on this guy is, you know, pretty obvious. So this is the team we're going to be using Shaqiri in. We're going to use him as a right winger / right forward, also as a right attacking mid, and yeah, looking forward to giving him a go. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, by the way, it's a reindeer Christmas jumper. It's actually got antlers on the back as well, but I don't want to wear the hood because I look pretty insane in the video. Anyway, this is the team we're going to use this guy in. Like I said, let's now have a look at this guy's in-game stats. So he's left-footed on the right side, which will mean that we're going to be cutting inside a lot. He's got a 4-star weak foot and 5-star skills. In-game stats-wise, as you can see, his shooting stats and pace attributes aren't the best, and in a minute we are going to apply a Hunter Chem style to him to hopefully help out with that, because 73 finishing really is, let's be honest, it's pretty poor at this stage of the game, even for a winger. But he's got a really nice shot power rating of 90 and pretty good long shots of 87, so this guy certainly could be a threat from distance. His passing attributes look pretty solid, to be honest. He's got an 84 rating for short passing and 83 long passing, and he's also got 90 curve and 80 crossing, so hopefully this guy can distribute the ball quite well. Some nice dribbling stats as well in that department. 88 in-game dribbling, 85 ball control, and 93 balance being the standouts. Finally, over in that physical column, we can see the Shaqiri has an 80 rating for stamina and a 78 rating for strength. So we've now applied Hunter Chem to this guy, and hopefully that's going to help him out a bit. Obviously his finishing rating still isn't that amazing, but I just feel like he needs the pace boost. I feel like that's pretty important to this card, especially at this point in FIFA. Anyway, you've seen the team, you've seen the player. Let's get into some games and let's see if 84 rated Shaqiri is worth a pickup or not. For the Swiss player's debut, we face this. It's a very solid team. He's got Inform Red, FUTChamps Mahrez. He's got FUTMAS Davinson Sanchez and FUTMAS David De Gea in net. A couple of players off chemistry though in that back line. Aubameyang gets the ball out wide. Here's a chance for Shaqiri now. Can he get round Roberto Carlos? He's actually shown some good strength there. Can we get the ball inside? We can, and Zaha gets a tap in. That's a great start for Shaqiri. Showed some good strength and pace there to get around Icon Carlos, and then just put the ball inside for an easy tap in for Zaha. Can Shaqiri link up? Can Shaqiri get around his man one more time? He's up against Carlos, but this time Carlos gets the better of him. Kappa gets the ball to Shaqiri. He's going to come inside. He's going to put the ball through for Aubameyang, who makes it 2. Really nice finish from Aubameyang there, and a nice assist by the Swiss winger too. Oh, Shaqiri won the ball from Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's got through that gap. Takes off the shot with the left foot, but David De Gea saves. Okay, so the halftime whistle has just blown, and as you can see, we have ourselves a 2-0 lead. Shaqiri involved in both goals, setting them up, which was nice. We pretty much dominated for like the first 25 minutes, but then in like the second half of the first half, my opponents kind of come back into the game, and we're having to do a lot of defending. But hopefully in the second half we can get some more goals and put this game to bed. We're going to switch formations in the second half. We're going to put Shaqiri on the left. And I think we're going to switch to the 4-3-2-1 so we can get the most out of this guy's shot power when shooting across goal. Here's Shaqiri, gets himself in some space, shoots across goal. We dragged that one wide. Very powerful strike, but it lacked accuracy, unfortunately. Trossard still got plenty of space to run into, puts it into the back stick. Sissoko, oh, chance. Shaqiri flicks it over his head and then volleys it into the net. Really nice goal in the end from Shaqiri. He's absolutely done the defender with a flick. And he's pelleted that ball into the bottom of the corner. Bottom of the corner? Bottom of the net is, I think, what I was trying to say there. Oh, Trossard's done really well. I can see that. I can see that. Oh, Shaqiri just couldn't get on the end of it. Walker beat him to it. Let's go. Aubameyang. Find Shaqiri in a bit of space. Oh, I knew he was going for that slide tackle. Can we get the shot away? Just went for it with his right foot. Is the time for one more attack? No. Referee blows for full time. And we have ourselves a 3-1 win. Thanks to a goal and 2 assists from FUTMAS Shaqiri. So how was the winger in game number 1? Thought he was decent, to be honest. Put in a good showing. Definitely has very powerful strikes because, yeah, he was hitting the ball quite hard when he took off shots at me. Thought his passing was to a decent standard too. And, yeah, just a pretty solid debut. I don't have too many complaints. If I'm being honest, let's move on in to another match. The next team we face looks like this. He has the FUTMAS Lausanne from yesterday in his squad, and he's also got a really solid backline of Eder Militao and Longley. Go on, Shaqiri, get on the end of that. Oh, he's actually done well to get on the end of that, but sadly the pass has gone astray. Trossard to bring us forward. He gets the ball out wide. And Shaqiri comes inside. Chance. Shaqiri in a bit of space here. We're going to go for the finesse shot, and unfortunately it's going to go wide. Nice break there. Zaha puts the ball through a gap, and that's a beautiful pass from Zaha. Shaqiri comes inside with the spin, and then the finesse is saved by the keeper. PK. Oh, really nice pass from PK. Now Shaqiri's got a bit of space to run into, but Longley's too quick and too fast. Too strong for him, sorry. Okay, at the break, the score is 1 goal apiece. As you can see, both sides have had chances in the first half, but neither of us has been all that clinical. So, yeah, I'm expecting goals to just fly in the second half, if I'm being honest. And we're going to switch, not Zaha, sorry, we're going to switch Shaqiri onto the left for the second half, so we can shoot across goal with him. Links up with Shaqiri. Shaqiri's got himself through a gap, takes off the shot, and he might have just won us the game. Really powerful strike into the far side of the net. And with 2 minutes on the clock, hopefully, that's the match winner. Sissoko. Shaqiri. Still going. Still protecting the ball. Can we keep going? Puts the ball in for Aubameyang. We're going to go for the finesse shot. Why not? But unfortunately, it gets closed down. But we do actually get a corner off it. And there it is. The whistle blows for full time. And we've got ourselves a 3-2 win thanks to a very late goal from the Swiss winger Shaqiri. So, how was his performance in that match? Well, he was only involved directly in 1 goal, but indirectly was involved in some other setups, which was nice. But I've got to say, I really didn't think too much of his positioning. I felt like I had to force him to get involved on some occasions, and he didn't always push forward, which was a bit annoying. Obviously, we know he's got medium work rates, and yeah, it feels like that in game because he doesn't always get forward with the attack, which is a bit of a shame. So, after a few more games with this FUTMAS Shaqiri in my team, what are my thoughts on this 84 rated item? Gotta be honest with you guys, I thought this card was pretty average, to be honest. Compared to this guy's non-inform, the upgrades haven't been anything too major, and although this guy does have a couple of notable positives, there really isn't all that much that stands out about him too much. So, yeah, let's break things down and you'll understand why I've said that this guy isn't all that great. First of all, his pace. Obviously, that is, it's not ideal for a winger, let's say. He's not, like, slow or anything, but obviously he's not quick. And at this stage of the game, like, pretty much every defender's got, like, shadow on it, so it's always going to be quick. And Shaqiri just doesn't have that breakaway pace, which in FIFA 20 is pretty crucial for a winger. So pace obviously isn't too ideal. The guy's shooting I didn't think was too bad, to be honest. I think he's got really good shot power in game, and from distance he can certainly be a threat, but his finishing is yeah, it's pretty poor for this stage of FIFA. Also, I didn't think too much of his positioning. He's got medium work rates and a not great positioning stats, so his run making and actual in-game positioning really isn't that great. Sometimes he just doesn't get involved in attacks, and that obviously isn't ideal. His passing though, more positively, I thought was very good, to be honest. He linked up well with players around him, put through some good through balls, and actually set up quite a few goals, which was nice. So I was happy with his distribution. His dribbling I also thought was to a decent standard too. He was good in possession of the ball, he controlled the ball well, and he was easy to manoeuvre and easy to pull off skill moves with as well. So that was pretty nice. Finally, physically, how is this guy? He puts up a bit of a fight for the ball, to be honest, but against the top tier players, as per usual, they're just going to knock this guy off the ball. I thought his stamina held up well, so I've got no complaints about that, but aerially, he's not much of a threat because his jumping's pretty poor, and obviously he's not a particularly tall player. Overall then, what's the verdict on this card? Like I've said, it's a pretty average one, unfortunately. And even though this card is quite cheap to obtain, just looking up on FUTBin right now, to complete the SBC to get this card, it's around 15 to 20k, which is really cheap, to be honest. But I feel like this card is cheap for a reason. The upgrade on it isn't great, and this as a whole is a pretty average winger for this stage of Ultimate Team. You can pick up much better wingers, more effective wingers for FIFA for around that 15k mark. So unless you're a Liverpool fan or a fan of this player in general, I probably would advise avoiding this SBC, unfortunately. Like I said, it's not a terrible card and it's definitely usable, but yeah, at this stage of the game, this card just isn't that great because there's so many better alternatives. So I can't advise people to complete this SBC despite how cheap it is. What I will say is the SBC value seems good, but the card reward just isn't that great. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts on this FUTMAS Shaqiri. Anyway, I've reviewed this card pretty quickly, to be honest. Yeah, the summary was quite quick as well. So we're coming towards the end of the video now. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this item. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.